So my name's Tim Hockham. I'm one of the directors here at R&S Grating. R&S Grating supply a diverse range of civil products, including things like access covers, trench grates, composite lids, into a large range of jobs, be they large civil projects for government jobs, all the way down to small sort of mum and pop backyard replacement trench grates and other things like that. We implemented Wiise in November 2021, so we're now in our fourth year, going on to our fifth. Prior to implementing Wiise, we formerly used a rather arcane system of managing our stock. It was very cumbersome, it was prone to errors, human errors and so on. And so we had trouble tracking what was on the shelf, but also what was going to be required in the future. Since Wiise, we now have complete access to our data that's being collected through every order that goes in. So we're able to analyse that in Power BI to better predict our sales requirements in the future, so we can plan basically up to 12 months in advance and manage our international and local supply chains to ensure the goods get here when they're needed and we hold optimal stock. By far one of the most important features to us has been landed cost receipts, which is specific to Wiise. So that allows you to basically assign shipping costs and other incurred costs against items. So you then get your true final landed cost of the item. And obviously through COVID, there were massive hikes in shipping rates and so on. So we were able to watch the fluctuations in the cost of our goods and to respond to that as needed. When we first began this process, we were looking to better analyse our sales and maybe to drill into our customers a little bit, but we found that there are so many more efficiencies you can find. Any sort of bottleneck you find in the business, you're suddenly able to start using the data that you've been collecting to drill down and say, how can I make this process more efficient? One of my favourite things about Wiise is the flexibility. If you have something that you want to track and it's not natively there, you can either use a custom field or you can use an existing field and just repurpose it for something else. R&S Grating's been on a significant growth trajectory for the better part of a decade, and one of the best demonstrations of efficiencies that we've been able to find since implementing Wiise in the last 5 years is that we haven't had to employ more staff in sales or in finance or any area that heavily utilises our ERP versus areas like warehousing and manufacturing where we have had to employ more people to get more goods out the door. So I would definitely recommend Wiise to anyone in the market for a new ERP. When you're shopping around for an ERP, they all do the same basics out of the box sort of accounting and that sort of stuff. So what you're really looking for is the differences, and some of them can be subtle, but some of them can be quite significant. It ties in and integrates fully with Microsoft products across the board, including, very importantly for us, Power BI and Power Automate. So what we've been able to do with Wiise is use the data that we are constantly collecting through our sales to better forecast what our requirements are going to be up to 12 months in advance. So we're then able to manage our supply chain, our overseas suppliers, our local suppliers, to ensure that we have stock when needed for our customers.